Good morning, students. I am Assistant Professor Pratiksha Karambe from Lakshmi Chand Gulwala College. Welcome you all on video lecture of business environment. So, before starting with the topic, first tell me, have you guys ever heard the term business? Have you guys ever heard the term environment? Have you guys ever heard the term business environment? So, I will first tell you business. Business is nothing but what? Any activity of buying and selling product and services which gives or which generate income or wealth for the individual. So that is nothing but what? Business. Environment we all know. Environment is nothing but what? Surrounding around us. So business environment means what? Business environment is nothing but what? Environment within which your business operate. So today we are going to see what is business environment, what are characteristics of business environment, what are the factors that affect business environment, what is SWOT analysis, and why all these things are important. So let's start with the lecture. So what is business environment? I would like to give you a one simple example. If I am thinking to open a jewelry shop near to college premises, first tell me, will I be able to succeed in my business? If I am thinking to open a jewelry shop, will I be able to grow my business? Just think a while. The answer that you get, that is what? No, my business won't succeed. Why so? But obviously, if I'm thinking to open a jewelry shop outside of the college premises, who will be my customers? But obviously, students will be my customer. So, do you think that customer will come to me or come at my shop regularly to buy jewelry? But obviously not. Why students will require jewelry? So what students will require? What is students want? Student want stationery, students want pen, pencil, then A4 size paper, then Xerox, print, that all things students need. So will I be able or will my business able to succeed near to college premises? No, my business won't succeed. So that is nothing but what? While opening a business, I have to first think that what environment is there and what environment is suggesting me, what environment is offering me. So here, what environment is offering me, that I need to think about a business which students will like, and which I'll succeed, which maybe succeed. Because if I'm thinking to open a jewelry shop, students won't come at my shop regularly to buy jewelry. If I'm thinking to open a stationery shop, then of course students will come, or students will surely think that this is new shop which is offering you every kind of stationery products. So here we can go. So this is nothing but what? Business environment. Before opening any kind of business, I have to consider, or I have to think what is surrounding offering to me, and what kind of business will suitable for that surrounding. That is what? Business environment. Moving toward next slide. That is, what is business? So what is business? A business can be described as an organization or enterprise entity that engage in a professional, commercial, or industrial activities. There can be different types of business depending on various factors. Some are for profit while some are for non-profit. What is business environment? Business environment refers to forces, factors, individuals and institutions which are not under the control of business enterprise, but this may affect its performance. So environment within which your business operates. So what are some characteristics of business environment? The first one is what? Complex. Business environment is very complex. You have to identify what kind of environment is there whenever you're thinking to open any kind of business. Because why? So because environment is changing day by day. Environment is changing, and you have to adopt that changes if you want to sustain into the market. Second point, dynamic. Just now I said Dynamic because environment is changing, dynamic because customers are changing. Customers are very flexible and fluctuate. Customers are dynamic in nature. Customers want change, and they will purchase a product or services from a shop or from any kind of business which offer them a good kind of updation. For example, just if I would like to give example, I'll give example of phone pay and gpay. Today's zamana is phone pay and gpay, and if I am opening a vada pav shop and where I'm accepting only cash, then will I be able to attract customers? But obviously no, because nowadays people don't carry cash. They think cash is very risky thing to carry. So what they carry? They carry a phone which is having phone pay and gpay. So after buying any product or any services, what they do, they just do scanning and then automatically money got debited from their account. So this is the safest mode. Actually it is not safest mode, but people consider safest mode. Because why? Because it is no need to carry any wallet or no need to carry any cash or anything like that. So that is why if I am thinking to open a vada pav ka shop, and if I am not opening or not providing a GPay or phone pay scanner, then customer won't come at my shop. Customer will but obviously shift to another shop. Multifaceted, why so? Because one opportunity or one thing that may create opportunity to one business but may be a threat to another business. Just for example, Maggie. When Maggie was banned, so that becomes opportunity for the Ippy, and again threat for the other competitors. Far-reaching impact. Nowadays, as I said, it is complex, it is dynamic. So whatever is happening into the environment, it gives a long lasting impact to any business. For example, demonetization happened, then GST introduction. So all these things gives long lasting impact to any kind of business. Moving toward next, that is SWOT stands for strength, weakness, opportunity and threats. So strength and weakness are internal part of business, opportunity and threats are external part of business. What is this that we'll going to see next slide. So moving toward next slide, that is what components of business environments. This is very important question from exam point of view. Components of business environment, that are internal component and external component. Internal component means what? Which we can control, or which are in our hand or which are in business hand. External environment means what? Which you don't have any control. That is nothing but what? External environment. You have to adopt changes. So internal environment, it includes all the factors that are well within the control of company. These factors are relatively predictable and can be worked by the company to eliminate forces that negatively impacts its operation. External environment, it includes factors that exist outside the company's control. They tend to be unpredictable as a company cannot possibly control or predict a change in them. Their unpredictable nature has the potential to abruptly hinder or even boost a company's functioning. So what are the factors that we are going to see today? First one is what? Internal environment. In that value system, every business has certain value and every business have to follow that value, and if value is affecting my business, then I can control that value. That is why it comes into the internal environment. So it is an ethical belief that guides the business towards achieving its mission and objective. Every business follow ethical things. That is, ethics is nothing but what is right, what is wrong, what should be done and what should not be done. So every business operates under value system. Every business has its own values, and before starting with business, it is important to establish value, but which we can control somehow. Vision, mission and objective. Vision, basically where I want, what is my goal. Mission is nothing but what, how can I achieve that goal, and objectives are nothing but what, obstacles and how I can overcome that obstacles to achieve my vision and mission. So I can control my vision and objective. So vision, mission and objective of a business relate to what it wants to achieve or accomplish in future. It is the reason why the business actually exists. So if I'm talking about organization structure, it how outlines how the activities are directed within the organization to achieve its goals. So every organization has its own organization structure. It's like, hierarchy that every individual, employee, superiors, boss, everyone have to follow. Corporate culture, it is a powerful system of shared norms and attitude that work as a homogeneous factor for an organization, employees, and get appropriated by them. So every organization follows some kind of corporate culture. Corporate culture is very important factor. If corporate culture is good, then organizations, employees are satisfied, then they the attrition rate is very less if corporate culture is good. And if culture is exotic or it's irritating, then employee get irritated every day, and they are like, wanted to leave their job. Then human resources are nothing but what? Employees. At the end, employees are very integral part of organization. If employees are satisfied, then only organization goal can be achieved and organization performance will improve. If employees are not satisfied, then organization performance degrade day by day. So human resource is nothing but what? Employees that are associated with the organization. Physical resources and technological capability, it includes tangible assets and the technical know-how that play essential role in setting the business competitive capability and future growth of prospect. But obviously today's word is techno savvy. Everyone wants techno savvy kind of things. Everyone used to with that techno savvy word. So if you want to sustain into the market, then you have to adopt the technology that is currently going on. Physical resources and today's word is techno savvy word. Everyone have to adopt the technology if they want to sustain into the market. Just not give example of that phone pay and GPay. So today's zamana is phone pay and GPay zamana. Everyone is using, and if I want to open a shop of anything, then I have to use that scanner system into my shop. Physical resources, tangible things, tangible, I just hope you guys have heard the tangible. Tangible is nothing but what? Anything which I can see or which I can touch. So my intangible assets are very important because it gives me security and safety that my business won't degrade. Moving toward next topic, that is what? External environment. External environment is divided into two parts, that is what? Micro environment and macro environment. Micro environment means what? Micro means what? Which we can control somehow, but macro means what? Which we cannot control. That is nothing but what? Micro and macro. Fact, this is the basic difference between micro and macro. So micro factors include customers, competitors, media, suppliers, intermediaries, and public. Now we'll see one by one. What does this mean? Customer is the king of the market. As I said, customers are fluctuating, changing. Customers have taste and taste preferences are changing day by day. So customer is the king of the market and have to satisfy customer because customer have so many options. Just take example of footpath wala kapda. If I am going to footpath to buy any clothes, that I am the customer. So I have so many options besides me. I have so many shops that offer same cloth and same pattern, same designs, somehow same price also. So but obviously if I go to one shop and they are offering me the same kapda or same cloth at higher price than their competitor, so will I purchase that shop kapda or cloth from that person? No, I will shift to another person who will be the competitor of my first shopkeeper. Got it? So this is nothing but what? My viewpoint. I am getting things, a good quality product and a cheap rate or a best rate. So if what I will think that I will think about the quality and price. So if I am getting a cloth from other shop in a good rate and a good quality, then but obviously I will shift to other shop. So this is nothing but what? Customers' attitude. Customers are fluctuating. That's why customers are fluctuating. Competitors competitors are other market players who target a similar target group and provide similar offering. In the same example, competitors are the ones who offer same kind of clothes or same kind of product at the same rate. So whenever I'm opening a business, first thing that I need to consider about my competitors, about my competitor strategy, and about my competitor price. So moving toward my before going forward, remember my first example, that is what my stationery shop. So if I'm thinking to open a stationery shop, first thing that I will consider is what my competitors. If my competitor is offering a Xerox at a 1 rupees, at what price I should offer? But obviously less than a 1 rupee, so I'll offer at 50 paisa. This is nothing but what my strategy. Then media is the channel that business use to market its offering to the customer. Media is a major challenge or a most influencing challenge to influence someone's. So media has a positive impact also and negative impact also. If I want to promote my business, I'll use nowadays I'll use social media, then electronic, that is nothing but electronic media, then print media. So business should have a more than one supplier. Why so? Because if one supplier say no to provide you any kind of raw material to you, then you must have any other options available. So any supplier, so supplier is nothing but what, any parties or any person which provide raw material to your business. Intermediaries is nothing but what, middleman or agent which offer your product and services to final customer on behalf of you. For example, if I have an empty house and if I'm thinking to rent my empty house, then I don't have any idea about the customers, or I don't have any idea about the needy people who actually need a house. So what I'll do, I'll just appoint a broker. That is nothing but what, intermediary will give some customers or some people name to me, those who are in the need of house. So this is how we contact, and this is how we basically do business. That is nothing but what, your intermediary. Public includes any group with actual or potential interest in the business operations, or a group that affects its ability to serve its customer. Public includes your public relations, anyone, the one who actually interest in your business operations, the one who actually interested to take your business. That is nothing but what, public. Moving toward next factor, that is what, macro factor. So okay, moving toward next factor, that is what, macro factor. Macro factor means what, those factors which we cannot control, which are not controllable, and which you have to adopt when you think to open a business. So what are the factors? The first one is what, political factors. Political factors include those factors which include your government policies, political stability or political instability, laws, rules and regulations that imposed by government. So when we say that सरकार change हुआ है, तो सरकार change हुआ है, this word gives a long lasting impact on your business. That is nothing but what, political factors that affect your business activities, which may include political stability, instability, political labor laws and everything like that. Economic factors include the GDP rate, the economic growth, the interest, inflation rate, etc. So I just hope that you all know GDP. GDP stands for gross domestic product. GDP means what, value of final goods and services produced in a country within a year. So when we say that GDP increase means what, but obviously more and more production is increased. Why production is increased means demand is also increased, so which is good for us. When we say that inflation is increasing, so if inflation is increasing means what, which is not good for your country. And again, inflation is increasing means what is happening? When we say inflation is increasing means what, purchasing power of a customer is reducing. If I am a customer and if I want to purchase French beans, and French beans price is rupees 40 rupees currently per kg. So to buy 1 kg French beans, what amount I have to give? That is 40 rupees. So that, which is I think very costly, because French beans is normally 20 rupees or 25 rupees per kg. But inflation increasing, so that is why prices of a product or prices of a veggies is also increasing, which I have for the French beans, which I was getting at rupees 20, now I am getting at rupees 40. So but obviously 20 rupees is increasing. Got my point? That is nothing but what inflation rate is increasing. When we say that repo rate is increasing, what do you mean by repo rate? Repo rate means what? When any commercial bank gives loan from RBI, that is not, that for that purpose, when RBI charge interest rate known as what? Repo rate. So when RBI increases the repo rate, but obviously bank increases their interest rate, that is nothing but what? Interest rate that we have to pay bank when we take some kind of loan. So that rate is also increasing. When that rate is also increasing means what? If I'm spending a good kind of interest rate to bank for loan, any kind of loan, so that all things happen, or that all things happen because of the economic factors. Moving toward next one is what? The social factor. Social factor includes your test preference habits of a customer. Test preference habits of a customer is changing day by day. Nowadays people don't like to eat that daily dal chawal on daily basis. They need variations, and they need changes. So once in a week they used to go at hotels, or they prefer to go at hotels. So this is the need, or this is the demand from customer side. So all these things changing. For example, just remember 1947 ka zamana. That time people used to wear khadi clothes. But if I'm thinking to open a khadi shop in today's scenario, then hardly some people will come at my shop to buy that khadi, because nowadays people need trendy outfits and trendy clothes. That is nothing but what? Your social factors. Technological factors, that everything that is related with your technology, because today's world is techno savvy world. Today's zamana is techno savvy zamana. So if you want to sustain into the market, you have to adopt that technology. Legal factors include laws, rules and regulations that are framed out by the government, which you have to follow. For example, if I want to open a business or a company, so first things that I have to do, that is nothing but what? I have to register my company under ROC, that is nothing but what? Register of companies. If I said no, I will not register my company under ROC, then what happened? But obviously it considered as an illegal company. So this change I have to take, or this change I have to adopt. Then next point is what? Environmental factor. Environmental factors includes your weather condition, your climatic condition, environmental policies, that all things that affect your business. For example, corona is like an environmental factor. No one was aware about the corona. No one thought that corona impact the business so long and such a drastic manner. But this is what the environment factor. So you have to adopt that change also. So this is all about your internal environment and external environment. In internal environment, we have seen vision, mission, objective, your value system, your physical facility, your technological capability, human resource and everything. Talking about external factors we have seen internal and micro and macro. Micro factors include customer, competitor, supplier, intermediaries, which we can control somehow. Macro factors include political, social, technological, economical, legal, environmental, which we cannot control. So that's it about today's session. We'll meet you in next session with new videos, SWOT analysis, special analysis, why this is important. Thank you so much, students.